Hi, this is Stu from Happy Wheels, and today we're going to change a tight tyre. So down here we have our wheel and our tyre, and imagine that you've got a flat, so we're going to let the tyre down. You try and let all the air out as much as possible so you can loosen the tyre as much as you can. So all the air is out. First thing you do is go around the tyre and you're trying to unseat the tyre from underneath the lip of the rim. So it's going around, as you can see it's unseating it all the way around, and both sides, because one side can be tight and one side can be thin, especially if the tyre's been on for a while. It can be a bit stuck to the rim. Going around. Okay, so that's all loose now, so it moves nice and freely, so that means that the tyre is as loose as it's going to be. So the first thing you do is you get your tyre levers, and try and make sure that you've got a tyre lever with a hook on it, because that just makes life a lot more easier. So as you can see, you're pushing the tyre, you're pulling the tyre away from you, you put the tyre lever in, you pull down, and that hook grabs onto the spoke. Then you just do it, the second one, as you can see, is a lot tighter because it's pulling the tyre up and over. So you're sliding, you get the front of the tyre lever and you're sliding it along until it's underneath. So didn't grab it because it's a tight tyre. And then that pulls it up, and then you push it a little bit just so you can, once more, grab onto the spoke. You grab the first one off again. Hold it back with your hand, slide it up, do it again. So now the tyre is starting to become loose, so you can sort of run the tyre lever under the tyre and just bring the whole tyre lever under, and that tyre will come straight off. So then you sort of try it sort of opposite the valve is the loosest place of the tyre, so you pull the tube out. Best thing to do is, if you've got a puncture and you don't know where it is, you leave the tube in and give it a bit of air, and then you'll find where the hole might be. So let's say it's just there, so then because you've left it in there, you go like there, you go okay, that's where it is in the tyre, and you'll always find what's making the problem. So take that tube out. You're going to put a new tube in. So this new tube, that doesn't have any air in it. So you've got to put some air in it. So you get your pump, or you can just put a bit of air in with your mouth, it's all good. You just put that on there. Just a little bit of air. And what this does, it stops the tube from twisting within the tyre, so you don't get a twist. Find the valve again, there's the valve. So you just put that through there, and then roll the tyre across it. And what we're doing now is you're using the tips of your fingers to push the tube up inside the tyre, so it sits properly. So that's what we want, but because it's got shape, it'll just go straight into the tyre. So that's in there. So now we're going to start putting the tyre back on the wheel. So once more, using the front of your fingers, it's best to have it facing out, because you can sort of feel. So what you're doing is you're pushing the tube up. You're pushing the tube up with your fingers and then rolling the tyre over. So you're pushing up and rolling over. You're pushing the tube up to make sure it doesn't pinch on the rim. Pushing it up, roll over. Pushing it up, roll over. Pushing up, roll over. The further you get around the tyre, it'll get tighter and tighter. Pushing up, roll over. Pushing up, roll over. Until you get to a point where it's, as you can see, quite tight near the valve. The best is to do it with your hands, but if it's a tight tyre, it's going to be very, very hard. Especially like for the ladies and weak boys, like younger boys, because they don't have the strength in their hands yet, or calluses or whatever. But So what you do is you get your tyre lever. Thinner tyre levers are usually better because you can get in easier. The thicker ones are just a little bit harder to press up there. So what we're trying to do is you go to as far close to the where the tyre is trying to get on. So you're putting it up there, because that's going to be, you only have to get that much on, so it's quite easy. So you get to there, and you lift up, and you slide a little bit, just a little bit each time. You get to a point where you've almost got it there. So what you're trying to do is you're using this part of your hand. The last little part you try to do with your hand, because you can pinch the tube with the tyre lever. So this part of your hand, you're going up underneath the tyre and rolling it over, and that'll go straight on. And the last little thing, you get the valve and push it up inside the tyre, because otherwise where the valve is and it's a bit thicker in the rubber, it'll get stuck underneath the thing and it'll blow the tyre off. So push that up. And the last thing you do is you go around and check that the tube is not poking out underneath the tyre, because otherwise when you pump it up it'll explode. I'm sure we've all done that. So you go around, make sure it's not poking up. It's not poking up, so then you just get your pump. Pump your tyre off. And off you go. And that's how you change a tight tyre.